Go ahead, Justin.
Kelvin, you always talk about the importance of and the difficulty about winning on the road. You guys set the Big 12 record tonight for consecutive road wins.
Unbelievable accomplishment. Being 14-1 is awesome, but that's something that people will remember this program for. And to be able to do that, you've got to have tough kids, talented kids, mentally tough kids. So you think about all the places that we play, how many great programs there are in the Big 12, and to 12 consecutive. It's hard to win one, it's hard to win two, but to win 12 is just very thankful for the staff I have and players. I'm blessed to have high character kids that believe in each other, love each other, and that has so much to do with our success. So hats off to these kids and our staff.
Go ahead, right front.
Hi guys, Ryan Myers, Devil's Digest. Thank you guys for your time. I noticed during the pregame warm-ups that you guys had a very unique way of warming up as a team, going over things very specifically and detailing certain parts of the game that you wanted to attack when you guys go out there and actually execute it on the floor. And compared to other programs across the league that have seen different things from and comparing and contrasting, what is it about the program that you guys have created that has allowed for such a cohesive unit, and that kind of, how has that started off in like the pregame and practices that translates into the game?
First of all, it's a pretty good observation. That's a great observation. I don't know, I don't ever watch pregame, but our day before, we got in here last night, and we had a great practice last night, great prep, awesome. We went for an hour and a half this afternoon from like 1 to, 2:30. Mm-hmm. We script so many things that we may not even have to do, but we're prepared for them. You prepare for the moments that, because you never know when they will be there. But I think we have a great culture, and all the kids that came before them. You look at our record over the last 8 or 9 years. We have a model that we've been able to sustain over a long period of time, regardless of who's here. We're just the same. We've had talented teams. We've had Jarris Walker was a 1 and done, the 8 pick. Marcus Sass was a 25 pick. Quentin Grimes, 25 pick. Jamal Shev was just a 40. So we've always had talented teams, but our kids have great value in being a Houston Cougar. It means something to them, and it's not the fact that we've been to Final Fours, Elite Eights, 5 straight Sweet 16s, Big 12 champs. That's awesome. It sounds good, doesn't it? But the character of these kids I have one of the best jobs in America, because I get to coach these kids every day, and that is so awesome.
Sorry to follow up. I'd love to hear from the player's perspective as well about how that kind of goes into your guys' ability to be bought into the program and all that kind of stuff going forward for you guys.
Well, he's been here 6 years. I think he should know better than me.
You talking about the pre-practice?
Yeah, well, like just the preparation you guys
Culture.
put into the game, and then just all the way you guys kind of prep and you guys go about your pregame warm-ups. That feels very cohesive compared to how a lot of other teams, a lot of guys do a lot of individual stuff as their own thing, a lot of pregame stuff. You guys have been doing a lot of stuff as a team.
Yeah, I feel like, it starts with practice too. We drill these stuff that we do before the games every day. And then just, trying to find ways before the games to get in our grooves. But like I say, the shots that we shoot, those are shots that we take every single day. And then as a collective group, just working on pick and rolls, playing with each other, just finding different ways, to get our touch. And I just feel like that's just the culture that's built here. Everything we do is full speed. Everything we do is like sharp. So just going into games, just trying to be fresh and trying to be mentally ready for when the game starts.
So midway through the first half, when you get some separation, and then when Emanuel got on a roll there, he just kind of,
Yeah.
those
Well,
spots there.
I saw their press as an opportunity to get him going a little bit. You know, our best team is when Emmanuel's playing well. That's when we're at our best. We're not at our best unless Emmanuel's out there. We need him. But there's not a player in America that doesn't have an injury at some point. And sometimes an injury can throw your game off a little bit. And he's been off a little bit, but he's a tough kid. He's a winner. He's been a big part of, started every game on a Sweet 16 team, Big 12 championship team. He's that guy. And, he was probably pressed a little bit, but that's all right. Steph Curry presses when things don't go right with him. It's amazing how people look at it. So there's never nothing wrong with our kids if they go through something. You know what it means? It means they're human. Every player goes through something at some point, especially over the course of 30 plus games. I don't even know what our record is. What's our record?
22-4.
So we played 26 games. Nobody's up for 26 games, and nobody's down for 26 games. Sometimes you just have to ride the tide, and I took him out early in the second half, but I knew I was going to put him back in. And when they started pressing, usually I have him up, help break the press, but I put him in the corner for a reason. So let's get the ball up to Emanuel and let him shoot some threes against that press. Next thing I know, he made did you make them all against the press? Yeah. So we just moved him around. Instead of having him up there throwing it down to J1 or Malik, who all they're going to do is pass it to somebody else. We just tried to throw it up to Emanuel and let him shoot threes.
How did it feel to get some shots going there?
It's good. It's always great to make some shots, but I felt better just on the defensive end. I had a lot of mistakes in the Arizona game, and it just felt good to be more focused on defense and make less mistakes than I did in the previous game, and I think that's what helped my offense.
Over here, left front.
Coach, ASU's lost 7 games in a row at home. What's it like to see Bobby's team struggle the way it has?
Well, I hate to see it, because I've been there. We all have. I coached a team at Washington State that lost 18 in a row. It's not easy. It affects every part of your life. I don't know his wife, but it gnaws at her. It gnaws at his children. It's amazing how people use that as a game. It's not a game. It's not funny. It's not something to talk about. It's not something to make fun of. He spent his entire life to have this opportunity, and he's going through a tough time right now. But so will you one day. So will all of you. You're going to all go through something tough. I hope you have the courage to keep working and keep fighting like he's doing right now.
And then follow up, having coached in different conferences like yourself, what's the biggest difference coaching in the Big 12 compared to other conferences you've coached in?
Well, I coached in the Pac-10, the Big 10, and 2 times in the Big 12. I'd say not much, because we don't change. We were doing really good in the American, and then we came and won the Big 12 the first year, but we didn't change. We have like the gentleman here mentioned about how we do things. How we do anything is how we do everything. First thing we do is we coach kids that we want to coach. Starts there with the players. They're great kids. We've been here 10 years. It's our 11th year, rather. And every team has a top 10 players, right? In the last 10 years, in our top 10 players, we've had 3 kids transfer in 10 years. We have 4 starters back. In an era where everybody's transferring today. Our kids always come back, and that says a lot about how we evaluate and also how we recruit. Because to recruit, you have to evaluate. What value someone sees in a player, we may not see that value. We may see it in another player. Well, I wasn't a very highly recruited kid, but when he leaves the University of Houston, he's going to be the winningest player in the history of that school. I'm not even sure who'd you visit at high school? Us?
This is my only visit.
Yeah, yeah, he was 2-star.
That's cool.
I think he was a 1.75 star. And then he turned it on in July and got up to a 2.
Coach, if you have a question.
Yeah, J1 or Emanuel, just going back to the consecutive road wins. I mean, we talk to you guys all the time about it, but what does that mean to go on the road? You're good at home, you're great at home, but to go on the road and
It definitely ain't easy, especially in the Big 12. Home or away is always going to be a tough game every night you play. And for us to, be on the feet on the road, it just shows, how bad we want to win. Everybody has home court advantage, when you're at home. You feed off the energy. You get going, at home. When you're on the road, it's just you and your teammates and your coaches. So us, I think, trusting each other on the road and going into the game knowing that we can win every road game, I think that, puts the chips on our shoulder that, whatever adversity that we go through, we still can win.
Coach, that consistency you talked about from year to year, from roster to roster, and that's something that ASU has kind of lacked over the last few years. How much does that do for you when it comes to offseason prep and getting your guys ready for the next season?
Yeah, the NIL and transfer portal has, it's transformed the game. It's been transformative in a lot of ways. That's where, I've got a great staff, man. I've got an awesome staff. Every one of them is going to be great head coaches one day. And they all played for me. They played for me. They're my former players. So the understanding of what it is we're looking for to play for coach. They know exactly what it is. They're looking for them because they know who can and who can't make it. The other Casey Beard doesn't get enough credit for what he does. He and I worked together coaching the Canadian senior national team in Toronto, trying to qualify for the Olympics. And he was with the Portland Trailblazers and just a video guy. When I took the Houston job, one of the first hires I made was him. Came in as a video guy and stayed with me for now 11 years, and I moved him up. We moved everybody up. Everybody in our program is either a former player or a former manager. It's a family. That's my daughter right there. She's director of operations. My son's the associate head coach. These are my sons. The program is Talk Family, but this is a family.
Last question, we'll go in the back right.
J1, this one for you. ASU kind of threw 3 different kinds of big men at you tonight with Jihad, Phillips, and Quaintance. What was sort of your mindset dealing with the specialties of the 3 of them?
I would say just trying to, just knowing their strengths and weaknesses, knowing that Quaintance and Phillips, knowing that they shot blockers. So, when I get into my move, try to think shot fake instead of trying to, shoot over 7-footers. And just trying to pick out matchups, try to set ball screens, put them in ball screens to get them off me, let the point guard, read the defense. And if I wasn't, getting it, with the ball in my hand, I try to get it offensively, like offensive rebounds and stuff. So just trying to find different ways to, impact the game with or without the ball. So usually when I get the ball, I just try to face up and read the defense and see how they playing. So I think tonight I just, took my time and, just did what I had to do.
Coach, Emanuel, Juwan, thank you for your time.
All right, have a good one, folks.
Appreciate it.